edge of the South Downs and overlooking the sea, Brighton is one of the UK's most unique racecourses. The track plays host to 21 meetings a year and prides itself on a fantastic atmosphere.
People have been coming racing here for years and years. It's quite often compared to Epsom in terms of the shape of the track. Flat racing here between April and October. We have 21 fixtures throughout the season. So it's a great location by the sea. There's not many locations like this where you can look out over the track and the winning post and look over the marina at the same time. We've got lots of different options in terms of enjoying your race day from a hospitality perspective. Silk's restaurant where we are now. We have a trackside marquee for our busy festival racing in August, and we also have hospitality suites on an individual basis for more than 12 people. Big days would be the August Festival, so this year that falls on the 6th, 7th and 8th of August, the 7th of August being Ladies' Day. And then we've got the Family Fun Day on the 31st of August. We'll have music as well as the racing, various different children's entertainment, and we've got helicopter flights for people to win. James Ross Jewellers are sponsoring us from the point of view of Ladies' Day, so there's diamonds on offer for people to win, Best Dressed Lady on Ladies' Day, so it's a really fun atmosphere. That will probably be our busiest day of the year. We have a mascot race, we have face painting, bouncy castles. It's a real mix. We have quite a lot of days that lend themselves more to the corporate days and a lot of days that lend themselves more to leisure. And then on other days we have more hospitality from our corporate clients and our key sponsors. And we can have up to 5,000 people through the gates, so it creates a real atmosphere, as I'm sure you can imagine, especially on a sunny day like today.
It's a 1.5 mile track. It's horseshoe shaped, or three sides of a box, whichever way you want to look at it. Very undulating and usually quite quick. You get horses here that tend to be specialists and run well. In the summer, as you know, the ground gets very quick here, and probably they're going to want quick ground, and probably a horse that doesn't necessarily want a galloping track. The ground staff work very hard here. There's a lot of watering goes on. This course takes water like nothing. You can see we're right by the sea. It's usually sunny, it's warm, the wind blows. It just takes the moisture straight out of the track. Obviously, if we get some rain, it helps the situation. What we tend to do is 8 or 10 mil on half the track every other day. We can't do the whole track in a day. It's about a 19-hour process to put 10 mil on the whole track. The grass cover's improved a lot over the last sort of 5 or 6 years. We've had a new head groundsman here. He's worked very hard to make sure that we really improve the grass cover. We know it gets quick here, and if we have a decent grass cover, it's helping to negate that quickness, and hopefully people are happy with it and encouraged to run their horses there.
And there's often a comparison to Epsom. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, very much so. Whether Epsom will be quite so keen to be compared to Brighton, I don't know. But yeah, it is. Uphill climb at the start, levelling off at the top, and then swinging down the hill, and a bit of a climb at the finish.
Beacon Lady, I want to say, who transfers her form over pretty well.
Yeah, Beacon Lady's done fantastically well. Started here, all sorts of grounds, and we actually put a race on here when we did our programme books, especially for her, and having won the Great Metropolitan, she was out of the handicap rating, which was really sad.
Down the very wide outside, Beacon Lady is coming on late. Beacon Lady with a withering run on the very wide outside. Beacon Lady wins for Nicole Norblad. Racing up towards the line, it's Beacon Lady, her second win at the track under Nicole Norblad. It's Beacon Lady who beats Steely.
And it's resets to the Obella Nick in front. Beacon Lady now picking it back, grabs the lead close home. Beacon Lady for the money.
Beacon Lady charges clear, a 4th course win, and she's going to win again. 3 or 4 lengths clear, a quick follow-up, a second win in less than 24 hours, and her 5th at Brighton.
From a horse's point of view, obviously they have some low-grade racing here as well, but you kind of want a balanced horse and you want to keep hold of their head for as long as possible, and then use the hill to try and finish as best you can. It's obviously a bit like Epsom, and it's kind of a long way down to 1.5 mile start. You go all the way around, up and down hills from rail to rail. I mean, it's very good for apprentices and things, learning how to ride races.
Has it been a lucky track for you?
Thankfully, touch wood. Yeah, I won on, I think my first winner here was Beacon Lady, and I've had a few since, so no, it was great.
Beacon Lady was obviously, she's got loads of wins next to her name here. Why do you think she likes the track so much?
Because she switches off early and she saves enough then to finish strong up the hill. It's quite steep, and you need a horse that's well balanced that can kind of keep control to finish off.
The nice thing about Brighton, everything's handy. The stables, the paddock, the owners and trainers, and everything. There's not a miles march anywhere. Everything's handy, which is nice for the owners. A lot of the time, it's fast ground. And I ran 3 in the previous race, which, to be fair, they all ran respectable in the category of race that it was. But with that, it's making the best of what's available.
And in the blink of an eye, Taro Taiwad has put distance between herself and her toiling rivals. It is another winner for the Inform apprentice Cam Hardy. It's Taro Taiwad to win.
If you've got a young horse with low mileage, it educates it, because they've got to change the leg on the right leg onto the left leg, downhill, uphill, on the level. So if you're not even winning, it's educating a racehorse to handle undulations, downhill, uphill, etc., etc.
El Rebel kicking the turbo in late, racing up towards that line. Who's that chick? El Rebel, El Rebel.
Can you just tell us a little bit about the track here at Brighton? What's it like to ride?
It's got its own character. Helps to have a horse that travels, because obviously it's a bit undulating. So if they travel, they go around here. It's nice, And the grounds, tonight is perfect. Lovely fast ground, so it's ideal. It's definitely a track. If a horse likes it, they love it. And if you've got one that goes well around here, it's perfect. If you can get one travelling down the hill and get to the bottom of the hill still travelling, they tend to come back up it nice.
Down the outside, Kaharu has now come through to take the lead for Steve Drown, and racing up towards the line, it is Kaharu who's out in front. Kaharu wins.
With its idyllic views, unique track, friendly atmosphere and fantastic facilities, Brighton is a must for all racing fans. Whether you choose to visit the seaside location during their summer festival or on a more low-key evening meeting, you won't be disappointed. For more information, visit brighton-racecourse.co.uk.